Okay, folks, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am super excited. We have a day one dirty here with me. We're going to be doing, well, welcome to the Till the Dirt feed. But this is the Shahs rewatch. It's getting popular, man. People like it. I want to welcome, like I said, we have a great day one dirty here. She's super duper excited. She was one of the first people to reach out to get on board with doing this rewatch. We are super happy to have you. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
What's your name? Where are you calling them from?
Okay, so my name is Elise Wilcox, and
Okay.
I actually am overseas in the UK. My husband is active duty Air Force. He's been in 16 years,
I can't
and
I can't thank him and you enough for your service.
oh, you're welcome.
I'm
He
proud to
like,
have you as a dirty, very much so.
oh, I really appreciate that, and we're really proud of him, and he does a lot of the work. And so, okay, so we're here in the UK, but we're actually in the middle of a move. And any military spouse that's listening, it's PCS season. So half my house is packed up. I actually had my Darth Vida shirt and I was trying to find it, but I think I packed it. I was gonna wear it
Oh,
today.
okay, okay, okay.
Um, Other things about me, I am an older mom. I am 39 and I have a 2-year-old boy and a 4-year-old girl. So definitely in this community, I'm an elder mom. Um,
Okay.
and
How much do you love
right,
reality television?
a lot. It's like how I escape.
I
It's
bet.
like how,
I
yeah,
bet. I
yeah,
bet.
it's how I take a peek into another world. Right
Some
now my
comforts of
life,
home back too, though. You know what I mean?
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Some of them, it's fucking crazy comfort. Like, oh wow. But it definitely gives you a feel of like what it's to be back home. I'm sure.
Yeah, it's totally crazy being overseas. It's like a whole nother culture, which I get to live in and see, which is great. It's been a great 4 years. We're actually going back to the States, but we're going to Hawaii.
Oh,
So
come on
that's
along
going
and
to be
lay
a whole
me.
nother culture.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Come on and want to lay me. All right. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What are your favorite reality shows?
Okay. So definitely a Bravo fan. Shahs was my like favorite Bravo show. And then of course I watched certain Real Housewife franchises, but I watch a lot. Like I watch a lot of UK reality. Like they have this show over here, and I know they did it in America. It's called My Big Fat Gypsy Wedding.
Oh, Jesus.
Those people live here. They're like Irish travelers, and
Oh,
like I've met them. And
that
like they have a show about that.
the American version, Asa is the wedding planner.
Yeah, it's the American version, they're like
Yeah.
in West Virginia, but these girls, like, it's definitely an interesting culture. I started like young watching Real World and Road Rules, and I feel like other people have mentioned that. That's like everybody's gateway drug
Absolutely.
reality TV.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's the first step. They break their
Yeah,
cherry on that. Um,
yeah.
But this episode, I mean, I think we'd be remiss without getting into it because a lot when I like
Well, I
to.
know 12 scenes. There's 12 scenes,
Did you
45
count
minutes,
12?
12
I
scenes
counted. Well, yeah, I counted 14, but I guess you're right because one of those scenes is the Lily scene in the
for
was on the
jumping. I'm
phone
like, why
and
don't
she
I
goes
even
back and
see
forth. So you're
that?
right.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're right. But yeah, look, you did what I did. There's a lot. There's a lot. There's a lot of action
yeah,
in this one. Yeah, definitely season two so far has been
yeah,
much more action than season one.
yeah.
And and we're here for it, I guess. This episode opens up with Gigi and Omid, and they look cute together, man. It's funny because of the rewatch, and we're touching on this type of thing in my regular life, and my wife brought him up. It's like she just bumped into him recently, and he lives in Austin, Texas. He's got two kids and he's married. So that's the update on Omid. But when you watch these two together, they look cute together, man. So it's I'd be curious to see if we get a taste. You watch the show. Do you see on like is it coming where they break up on TV, or is he just never seen again at some point?
I watched the show when it first came out in real time, and I it's like, and now 10 years this time later I'm rewatching it. So the only other time I've rewatched is like I follow Till the Dirt, and if you
Okay.
guys have referenced an episode, so like some of this stuff I haven't seen in 10
And for
years,
I
and I'm like a
gotcha.
totally different person. And I
Gotcha.
didn't remember Omid. So
Yeah.
like watching, my note was like watching them, I felt like I was watching two like eighth graders at a dinner.
Very, yes.
Like
Very
I was like, what?
juvenile. Very
Yeah.
juvenile, but cute. Like it looks cute
Cute.
to
That's
me.
the word. Cute.
Yeah,
They're
it
cute.
looks
They look good
yeah,
together.
innocent, you know what I mean? Like even with their
Yeah.
jokes about the big
Yeah.
sausage and that's
Yeah.
but you know, even I like the analogy that that Gigi used where she talked about they've like the old high school or the kids in high school that sit in a clique and then talk about the other clique and then
Right.
fast forward to the future they're still sitting around doing nothing and the other clique is excelling. And I don't necessarily think it's true of who she's talking about here, but I do like the analogy of that because I think we all can relate to that clique or cliques in high
Yeah.
school. So I thought that was I thought I thought it was a good comment by her. You don't hear a lot of her being Gigi's a bright girl. She's not stupid. Layla's also very smart. And I don't think so far you've heard a lot of Gigi being smart. I think a lot of what
Yeah.
you
She
heard.
wants to be like a thug. She wants to be
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I'm
no
tough,
reason.
I'm good,
Absolutely,
like
absolutely,
I'll
yes.
cut you. I'm like, okay, killers move in silence. This is like,
Yeah, yeah. She has it
like,
on a t-shirt. You know
yeah,
what I
she's
mean?
like,
I'll cut
she's
you.
practicing her tough girl lines in the mirror. Like,
Yeah, and I just think it's a waste because she's a bright girl, and if she showed that
yeah,
she's a bright girl, I think it would give a whole other side to her. Especially like
yeah,
you could see through it from fucking where are you 5,000 miles away?
yeah,
You could see
yeah.
through you and I are simpatico because that's the thing that bothers me each one of them too. When she's like she got held down in a fight by my wife in high heels. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, come
Like,
on, dude. Come on. Then we go to see Reza and his mom's
oh,
cute, man. His mom's cute. I
I
think
put
that's
knock off Vida.
yeah, yeah, absolutely,
They're trying to portray her like,
yeah. But, well, not. It's funny. Vita left today. She came here
damn it.
on
Damn
stat. Yeah, she just left. She came here
it.
on Saturday to watch the little guy for a couple of hours so we could go to that wedding. And then
Nice.
she's usually here for a little while after that. Nothing but fighting, nothing
Ugh.
but like. So she's and with the access, you have to tell them 24 hours in advance. So that's her new thing now. I'm going home. So she called access last night and like to go home, and then you can't really cancel because they get pissed. So like today, she wanted to cancel and she couldn't, so then she left.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Ugh.
yes, she's definitely not
Yeah, we gotta talk
a
about her
ruthless,
later.
not a ruthless ladies like Vita. His mom seems real nice. They definitely seem to have a
Yeah.
good relationship. Um, I thought it was funny that she doesn't like the mustache. And I also the Persians, I just get a kick out of the words that they use, dude. They're just so
Right.
over
Yeah.
the top. Like,
Culturally, yeah.
yeah, well, it's when she asks, so how's MJ? And he says, oh, she betrayed me.
Oh,
It's just so
yeah, I
soap
wrote
opera.
that. Like he's so
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like you go to court and you're the defendant and your best friend is the surprise witness. That's a fucking betrayal,
That's
dude. You know what I mean? Like if
yeah.
your friend goes out to a spa with some girl that
Yeah.
talks shit about you on the internet,
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah.
Dynasty, dude. This is a
Yeah.
Knox
You're
Landing.
betting, yeah.
Take it down a
Yeah.
notch. You know what I
He's
mean?
so dramatic.
It's so
He's so
fucking over.
dramatic.
And he did just such a throwaway line, the way he says it too. Oh yeah, she betrayed me. It's
Yeah.
like, and his mother's didn't, you can tell she's heard that before too. So it was just funny.
Yeah.
It's
And
not.
it's a
Listen, it is not just him either. It's like Persians in general. I don't know.
yeah.
Maybe it's they need a different, encyclopedia or dictionary, but the words that they use are so fucking
Yeah.
over the top. Like I said,
Extreme. Yeah.
he's trying to destroy me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, oh, relax, relax. Oh,
Oh my God. Well, the thing that I put about that is like he was so dramatic, the betrayal word. I was like, oh my God.
yeah.
And then like watching the season again, he has been so shitty to her, and I've been so angry about it. And have like a beef to pick with Reza. And I'm like, dude, like he, I think, hit way lower than her going to a spa with somebody.
It's
Like
crazy.
the
It's,
last, yeah,
listen,
the
I don't
last
want to
episode.
be like I said, from my side of the fence, me saying that, it sounds like I'm very home team, right? I get it.
Yeah,
But I'm watching it and I'm trying to be. And listen, we're gonna get to some shit that I thought that my wife did do wrong. Like I got no problem saying, especially if I gotta watch her fucking
we
being
know,
hooked up on
Tommy, you
dates,
love going.
being out hooked up on dates and making out with dudes. Just if I gotta watch that, I'm gonna be honest. And right now, I just do not like. I don't see where she's the bad guy in this in
Right,
any of it.
right,
In any of it,
right.
you know.
Yeah,
And even if she's been catty with Lily, it's been met on the other. You know what I'm saying? It's not like
yeah,
it's a one side street. And Lily seems like she can handle herself too. You know, so it's not like you
yeah.
need to.
She's like a whole nother. Ugh.
Yeah. Then we go to my wife planning the birthday bash, and first
Yep.
off, I have to say my wife's cans look sick
Oh my God, wait a minute.
in this
My
scene.
first note
Her
is
cans look spectacular.
Yeah,
Yeah, they really did.
periwinkle dress,
Yeah,
chef kiss. And
yeah.
let me show you something. I went out and copied her.
Oh, there you go. Your cans look pretty sick too.
That was the time the show came out. And I was like, oh, damn, she looks good in that color. I'll look good in that color.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about it when I was preparing for this. Like, MJ, I'll have to tell you my love letter
No,
later.
she looked
But
dynamite. She looks dynamite,
she
and
is
she
so beautiful. Like,
absolutely.
oh my God.
She looks dynamite in that scene. I have
Yeah.
to ask her because she is not like she wants me and Shams and a few of her immediate friends maybe to make a big deal out of her birthday, but she's
Yeah.
not.
We're Leos. We're
She's
Leos.
yes, but she's not the big part. She's not like what she did in this episode. That's not her. So I'm wondering
Yeah.
if production did that. If they were like,
I
we're
was
gonna throw
thinking
it.
that too.
Yeah, I got to find out from her because, and even the idea to bring everybody bring a bachelor is a fucking great idea for a birthday party for a girl of a certain age.
Right.
If I were a dude, I'd be having that birthday party every fucking year, bro. Bring me a girl that's single. You know what I'm saying? Trust me when I tell you, they'll be getting like that.
My God.
Shooting fish in a fucking barrel, dude. Like that's brilliant. That idea, I'd never heard it before, and
Yeah.
I don't know if she came up with it. When you listen to this episode, we do the little bit beforehand. I'll ask her that question, so we'll find
Yeah.
out if if I
Well,
say that it's a brilliant idea, though, she'll probably take credit for it when it really is.
she
Just
definitely the vibe that I was getting from MJ season one and like the first couple episodes, like she's ready to find somebody, but like you could tell she's scared. So this might have been her idea. And this is the time in the world where it was just popping off, like internet dating. Because I remember dating, I was 27 when the show was going on. And I would be like, oh, do you got a friend? Like, does your boy got a friend? Like, you didn't technically trust the internet yet.
yeah,
So like I could
yeah.
see
Well,
her
yeah,
like,
because
dude,
there was some Craigslist murders going on back then. There's some
yeah,
people getting beheaded. You know what I mean? I
right.
I, I
Yeah.
don't think till you started having to put your driver's license on the app
Yeah.
did it like
It just
become a
was
little bit
different.
more.
I
Yeah,
remember it was
yeah.
just
No, it was
different
it
dating.
definitely had a lot more of a stigma
Like,
to it back then. And
yeah.
yeah, and from there we go. So we see Mike and Reza.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you're gonna if you're gonna really take your business to the next level and you're really going to dominate any industry and really go out there and make your way and make some real good money, the first thing you need to do is have a photo shoot. You know what I
Yeah. Put
mean?
on some pinstripe
It's the,
suits.
it's the first thing that's most important is we got to fucking be able to play dress up and put some different suits on. And, that's usually,
Yeah.
yeah, it's no, I'm
He did
stunned
the
they weren't
chop
as,
lips, Mike.
I'm stunned they weren't as successful as they thought they were gonna be. Looking back now, you know what I mean? Like if that's where the
Yeah.
priorities were. Plus, when Reza with his mother, he was like, "I want to work with Mike. He's a real go-getter." I think that we've all kind of learned, and this is no slide on Mike. I just think we've kind of learned that Mike is not necessarily
The
a quote
gas runs
unquote,
out. The
yeah,
gas runs
he's
out.
not exactly a quote unquote go-getter.
Yeah.
But Then we go to Gigi's condo, and
Yeah. Oh, this was horrible.
yeah, Gigi's drinking a lot. I don't
She's in pajamas. She looks like a tornado hit her.
like, listen, I think that if you put like who's the top three drinkers on the history of Shahs, my wife is number one for sure. And then I think you could kind of let's put it this: Gigi wouldn't even be in that conversation for me. But in
Yeah.
this season, she's drinking like she looks like she drinks more than everybody. She's just sitting around
Yeah.
the house, she's taking down a bottle of
Yeah.
wine like she's drunk. When she's having this
Yeah.
conversation with my wife, she's drunk. And
Yeah.
I and it's funny, um, in between the drunkenness, and my wife is very coherent, and like their conversation, they're both making good points.
Right.
I can understand why Gigi would be upset to not be invited
Absolutely.
to a party. Um, and we kind of glossed over, we didn't even mention she's already upset too that Omid was invited to something
Right.
without her knowing. And that's a
Right.
trigger. Like, that's why you
Yeah.
don't see Layla a lot on the show, because she gets upset if Layla
Yeah.
gets filmed with, you know? So
Yeah. She's
so
getting boxed out. Like
yeah,
he's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
yeah.
man. Yeah, so she didn't like that at all, which
Yeah.
I think something like that just grow the fuck up. But I
Yeah, that's what
do,
I said. Adult
yeah,
temper tantrum.
yeah,
Like
grow the fuck
that's a
up.
lady child.
You know what I mean? If they want Omid there, have him there. That's
Yeah.
a good thing. That means that he's good on camera. You know what I mean? Let
Yeah.
him go fucking do it. But I do agree with her on this, that how could you not invite me to this? Like, I feel like,
Right.
you know,
Right.
you're
You
picking
feel
a,
bad.
yeah,
You
I
feel
did. I
bad.
did. I
Like,
did. But I do get
like
where my wife's coming from too, where,
absolutely. I said she was so kind and patient, like on that phone. She kept calling. She like MJ was like trying to do the right thing and explain, and she was trying to like set it right. Like you can tell they're setting the scene that they want MJ and Reza to repair. So like these are the steps that they're setting up. You know, I think she kept it classy in a
no,
situation talking to a drunk person. She like was kind, patient. She kept trying to call, and then it was like, what did she say? Oh, let's do this in person. Like, no, I wouldn't put myself in front of you. Like,
no,
no.
especially if you it sounds like you've been drinking all day. It's just gonna be another type
Yeah.
fight situation. I'm not looking at that. And Gigi does need to get consequences. No one else
Yeah.
seems to be looking to give them to her. And if and
Yeah.
frankly, at this point, it might sound fucked up, but my wife technically, my two, are they're the only two that can actually give Gigi any consequences, because Asa is kind of indifferent, doesn't want to be around her. So there's no
Right.
consequence there. Reza,
Right.
you know, same thing. They don't want to be in the same room with her. So what kind of, you know, Mike
Right.
is Gigi's friend, and my wife
Right.
at this point is Gigi's friend. So they're the
Right.
only two people that can kind of say, listen, you can't keep behaving like this. We've told you
Right.
once, we've told you twice, we told you 5,000 times. This is the only
Right.
way that we could think that you're going to change your behavior.
Yeah.
And I'm sure some of that's coming from production too, because they can't
Right.
have that anytime you have a scene that someone doesn't hear something that they like, they're going to fight. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
it's not
Right.
Bad Girls Club. It's not, you
Yeah.
know, like there's an element of that that sure is great for reality television, but there's also an element that I know that Bravo is not looking to
Right.
do, right? You
Right.
know, it's good to
There's like
flip
a
a table.
line.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you flip a table one time. They don't flip a table every episode. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, she's
Yeah.
famous for that. And that was what, 20 years ago that she did
Right.
that. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
So there is an element of decorum that they're trying to show. And like I said, you can't be looking to throw down constantly. Um,
Right.
and people are gonna, you know, they're not gonna be as open, or they're not gonna say the things that, you know, the audience wants to necessarily hear to get closure on a scene or something, if they feel like, I'm not gonna say it, because if I say it, we're gonna fucking be rolling around on the ground with, you
Right.
know,
Right.
or it's gonna be a thing. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
they're not looking for that. They want everybody to be open, and you can. I do think that it's still hilarious. My wife was like, assault and violence. Like, take it down a little bit, MJ. Just take it down. That was the wording she used. Again, these Persians, dude, assault and violence. You know, she pushed her out of the way, like she pushed it. No
Yeah.
one hit anybody. It's just all
Yeah.
right, whatever. It's you know. Then we go to Lily and her,
Dumbass Lily. Dumbass
yeah,
Lily. Like,
Lily, you know, and I don't want to be, because my wife does not like Lily, dude. and I
Yeah.
support my wife, so obviously I'm gonna, but I want to be objective, right? And
Okay.
the only problem I really have a tough time with her voice, dude. Like it grates on,
Yeah.
it
It's like a
grates on
car
me.
crash. It's
Yeah,
like
it just sounds very, it's very squeaky. And I don't know,
yeah.
man. Again, I have a beautiful voice. So, like I said, it's tough for me to be critical when I've been gifted with this, but it is very
I'd
difficult
rather
to
have a
hear
New York accent, even a goddamn Boston accent than that
it.
fucking place. Like, and I'll take it
I,
over
I,
fake fuck.
I was
Like,
just very confused by the scene
yeah.
because the whole scene, she's talking about this guy that she's been with for 10
Right.
years that
Right.
can't commit. And it's like they break up and then they're together again. And then at the end of the scene, to button up the scene, she says, I've never had a real boyfriend. And I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, you just
Okay.
fucking told me you were with this guy for 10 years. What was
Yeah.
like? It was just like I said, it was confusing.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm sad that she like never ate a bite from her plate. She ordered what she ordered, the Bronzino, didn't
yeah,
see it.
yeah,
Like, okay, bitch, like I wanted to
yeah.
see the plate more than your face. Like, and the thing, like she claims to be so smart, and then she's telling this story about this guy. Like, you are the back burner girl. Like, if he was into you, he'd be into
Oh,
you.
well,
Somebody needs to show
yeah,
her
we're
that
gonna get to
movie.
that phone conversation that
Okay,
they had.
okay,
Don't worry
good.
about it, dude. It's like it. Yeah, this scene, like I said, it's kind of a nothing scene
It was a
because the
filler.
whole
It was like a
scene,
filler.
yeah, but the whole scene that they're talking about, like she's telling her, "Don't you want to have kids? You're gonna give them yes or no." And like I said, it just didn't make sense. At the end, she wrapped it by saying, "I've never had a boyfriend." You've been with a guy for 10 years. What the
Yeah.
fuck do you think that is, dude? That's
Oh
like
my
the personification.
delusional.
Yeah, man. And then we got MJ's house getting
Yeah,
ready for her
MJ getting
party.
ready. Okay,
Um,
hold.
sure.
First scene, she has no makeup on and a messy bun, and that woman is beautiful.
Oh yeah, I
Your
prefer her
wife.
so much better without makeup. I
Yes,
I, I
and I
love her
like,
without makeup, and it's the
yes,
worst sometimes. Like when we'll have, it's like
when
it's
she's
like
slamming.
when we have no time. She'll come out like that, but then when she has too much time, she'll keep futzing, and she comes out and she looks like a fucking muppet. You know what I mean? It's like, what are we doing?
Tommy,
Let's
you're
scale
so
that
mean.
back, dude. Scale it back. We got fucking. You don't put lipstick on the Mona Lisa, right? You know what I'm saying? Let's scale it back. And
But I
yeah, no,
love that. I love that she's not afraid to be on camera like that. And I was like, freeze frame, like that is why I love her because she is
yeah.
so beautiful.
Well,
Like,
that's why she's perfect for reality TV too, because she doesn't
yeah,
care. Like you said, she doesn't care.
yeah,
She knows that being vulnerable and being honest are what
yeah,
carries the torch for reality television,
yeah,
and she's got no problem being both.
yeah. Just
Um,
paint your nails. I'm like, girl, why didn't you schedule a manicure for your birthday?
yeah, yeah. I mean, she can't do a pedicure. They won't fucking touch those things in Los Angeles. She got to go down to Tijuana to get those things fucking painted.
You're
Um,
not right. You're not
yeah,
right.
man. Birthday or no birthday, bro. um, so yeah, man, and I love this reoccurring theme through this episode: is how horrible it tastes in men. Fast forward
Yeah.
to me, and I'm a husband. It makes me feel
Well,
phenomenal. It makes me feel fantastic. Um, the heels that she has on, also, by the way, ridiculous. That she's going to go anywhere in public that's going to require dancing.
oh my God,
They're
she
like
looks so good
they're,
though.
they're like they're so huge. They're just so huge. They
That
make
was
her
her
at least,
thing.
yeah, they make her a foot bigger at
Her
least.
legs were killer when she walked out to get on the bus. She looked slamming. Her
Yeah.
legs,
No, she looked
heels,
great.
palm.
She looked great, and she's being coveted by a venerable who's who of eligible bachelors throughout Los
Oh my God, it
Angeles.
was so
Oh
cringy.
man!
Who
Oh my
the fuck
God!
were these
One of those
guys?
guys looked like the Penguin from Batman, dude. One of those looked like a bunch of like comic book villains.
Danny DeVito.
Oh man!
Oh
Oh,
my God,
that made me
stop.
laugh. It did. It made me laugh.
I like that we saw Sammy. We saw
Yeah,
Sammy.
Sammy's
Sammy
back. He
from,
looks as
yeah.
terrible as ever. He looks terrible as ever. He's still wearing those stupid fucking fedoras. I want someone to smack his hat off his head and take and strangle him with one of those scarves that he wears. What are you doing, dude? Like it's just so not. It's so not. He looks like fucking Paddington Bear, bro. Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? It's just not.
We love Paddington Bear
I
here in
just.
the UK. Don't you
Oh, that's
dare.
true. That's true. My son actually loves the movie too. Um, but just a quick, you know, Mike talks about that he wants to go to Mexico now,
Yeah.
and he's going to take a. Mike's not taking anybody anywhere, dude. That's production, and
Right.
that's a
Right.
running thing that you'll see on reality television. And you, now that I'm actually saying this, pay attention as if you continue to watch the rewatch.
Okay.
Reza runs to pay for checks. Like if you look, Reza's always the one that's paying for the check because they're not
So
paying.
what, to get reimbursed?
No,
Oh,
no one's
okay. I
paying.
gotcha. I
Production's
gotcha.
paying. You know what I
I
mean?
gotcha.
But
Yeah.
he's getting the cachet. You know,
Yeah.
and they amongst them, it's something that they try to do. So it's not like
Okay.
Reza usually wins the race, but they're all trying to do it. They're also like, yeah, I'm paying. I'm gonna fly everybody to Germany. We're all going. You know, they know you aren't. You know what I mean? You know, you take. You know, all right, so yeah, that's just a production thing that you could kind of count on not being true.
Right.
You know, whenever they say
And
those
then,
things,
yeah.
like I'm buying this, I'm paying, I'm paying.
Yeah.
Anytime someone's saying that shit on reality television, they ain't paying for
Yeah.
shit, dude.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
So funny. So then did we skip? So then there's the scene on the bus where they start like making up and Mike like initiates it. He's like,
yes,
"Oh, you guys need to talk." And one thing he said to her that I know she needed to hear because she's a Leo and she's MJ, and I feel like me and her think a lot alike. He says, "No one will ever replace you." And you can see it in her face. Like that's what she needed to hear in that moment. So
yeah.
I'm glad that they did that and they show that. I don't know if that was like producer or like
No,
real,
no,
like they're making up.
that's definitely was. Well, listen, I think that there's a lot of self-producing that's kind of going on the show right now just to make sure that the show still goes. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like I think even from the very beginning, like I said, I think that Reza instinctively knows that, you know, there's got to be some sort of you know, beef. There just has to be
Yeah.
like
Like some
there has to
conflict.
be
Yeah.
some sort of conflict and drama. And even fast
Right.
forward to playing off that and even going into the next scene when Lily is talking to or with her um
The dude.
getting her dog uh cleaned.
Yeah, the name
Trust me,
dropping, like,
trust me, but forget that. Trust me when I tell you, this is another breadcrumb that they need MJ and Lily to be adversaries all the way down to their dogs. With every scene you see my wife, you see Pablo and you see Julio. And every scene with Lily, you see her fucking whatever the dog's name is, Coconut. They want
coconut.
they want you because it's reality TV 101. They want
Right.
you as the audience to pick a side. Who do you like better? Do you like, you know, vulnerable, uncouth, you know, curlers in her hair, MJ, who's sloppy and drinks a lot? Or do you want the Persian Barbie doll who's beautiful and, you know, quote unquote,
She's not. She looks like a drag queen
teach their own. It's not my type, you know, and again,
with like those fake boobs that look like a science project. Like they are definitely enhanced breasts that
yeah,
look unnatural.
it looks like
It's
Goodyear
a
versus
science project.
Goodyear
Like
versus Firestone in a dead heat in a Zeppelin race. You know, it's
it's like
yeah, it's two big
it's like
blimps.
disturbing. Like
Yeah, they
that's
look
not
like
what a woman looks like.
they look. Then they actually get to the destination with my wife, and if you're ever in this neck of the woods, anyone out there listening, that bar is beautiful. The Sunset Bar.
Where is it?
It's
Where
it's
is
in
it?
it's the at the end of Malibu, so you got to go past Malibu.
Yeah.
It's got its own
Yeah.
name for the beach, but it's beautiful. It's literally right on the beach, and there's not a lot of places like that in this area. As you go up the coast, there are
Right.
more, but that's right on the beach. It's a beautiful place.
Yeah.
Um, I think that Drake, this Drake that they're talking
Fake
about,
Drake.
fake Drizzy. I mean, come on, man. I don't know. Is it allowed to say that he looks like Drake if Drake was on the spectrum? Can I say that? Am I going to get in trouble? Like
You're
he look.
fine.
All right. I just like
I
he looked.
thought he looked like he should have been there for Reza. He looked a little gay to me.
Well,
Like
I mean, listen, I'm not. He just like he doesn't look. It's like cloning when they say that if you keep cloning, that you're gonna, things start to get fucked up. Like he looks like the fourth or fifth clone from Drake. You know what I mean? Not
oh
like,
my
yeah.
God.
I don't know, but again, this isn't me being judged. Like, what, knock yourself out. Teach their own. I'm not saying that because he's putting the moves on my wife. That's it. That was just my original impression when everyone's calling him Drake. It's like, really? Does he look like Drake?
Yeah, fake
I
Jake.
don't know.
His real name's George. Does he look like a George?
Yeah. Uh, and you know, oh, then we could, because they're cutting back, and I'm looking at my note, and they're cutting back and
Yeah,
forth. So that
yeah,
MJ's having this scene, and Lily, her nemesis, is having this talk with her boyfriend, and
right.
bro, this guy has no intention of ever.
Nothing.
I don't even think he intends to leave his office. You become,
Yeah,
you know,
nah.
he hit it with a whole bunch of
The
I
gaslighting.
wish, yeah, I wish we
Yeah,
could. I wish, I hope. I will say this though. I will say this, for whatever reason, I think we can all agree that there is a certain stigma attached that if you said someone is a quote unquote Barbie doll, right? There's people, I think, more often than not, you don't associate intelligence with that. You think that they're probably a
right.
dumb and that
Just
they're an
look.
airhead, right? That's
Yeah,
why they've made, House Bunny and, movie, and the Barbie movies kind of to go against that narrative.
right,
This Lily's not dumb. Lily's not
right.
dumb. She's I know they might present her as the Persian Barbie doll. You can tell when she speaks, she's not dumb, and she's got a
Educated,
yeah,
like,
she's
yeah,
yeah, and even what she tells him on that phone call, because you're right, this is gaslighting before gaslighting became a word.
right,
She kind
right.
of
Before we
told
knew what
him,
it was,
yeah, she kind of said the definition of gaslighting without saying that. She was like, "This is what you tell me all the fucking time because you know that I'll shut up and you say what I'm going to need."
right.
So I thought she made a very good point, and I thought she delivered it real well. Like I said, she's not a dumb broad by any stretch of the
Right.
imagination. So, they cast well with her.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It seemed like some of the conversations to me seemed like she was begging. She's looking for an answer. He's not willing to give it. It just seemed like desperate and sad. And I was like, dude, did the movie He's Just Not That Into You come out yet? Somebody showed this girl that movie.
Oh,
It just seemed like,
thousand
yeah,
percent, a thousand
yeah,
percent. But you're not
yeah.
with someone for 10 years and having those conversations unless that's not the same. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
like what was going on
Like,
in those 10 years? Like
yeah,
it just like what?
delusion.
Yeah,
My wife will
delusion for
say a bunch of
sure.
other shit. But I don't know. I don't know. Like even without, I don't feel like you have to even go that in depth to be like you're delusional if you think
Right,
that after 10 years and you've already moved, you've already gone, unless
right.
he's either going to miss you so much right away that he's going to already be, you know what I mean? But if
Yeah,
he's telling you this same shit, like, yeah, can't wait one day, hopefully, I haven't even got a chance to think about it. Well, okay, then it sounds like you're not thinking about
yeah.
me, right? So, yeah, I don't see that. I don't imagine that ever worked out. I don't know for certain.
I don't think so. I don't
Yeah,
think so.
I know she married a dude and then they broke up. I don't think this is the same guy. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't think
I
so
don't know.
either.
I don't know. And then we get to see my wife and and this
Beach.
Drizzy, yeah, get to canoe. Well, no. First, I gotta respect Omid. He stood
Okay, yeah.
he stood tall for Gigi.
Yeah.
He stood tall
Talking
for
about
her.
Gigi.
He stood
Yep.
tall. Now, obviously, I guarantee you, this is production trying to create a scene there.
Right.
And he's doing his best to
Right.
stand up for his friend, which, let's be honest, there's only so far, like she's done a lot of fucked up shit at this point. There's not a lot of
Right.
things that you could stand up for. Aside from the fact, listen, she's a better person than what you've seen so far.
Right.
You
He's
know what I mean?
trying. He's
He's definitely
trying.
trying. He's giving his best. But and
Oh my
Asa,
God. Yes.
and Reza both give very salient and good
Yes.
points on why, talk is cheap and enough of this already. But she's
Right.
on the show, so they can't just kind of leave it at
Right.
that, right?
Yeah, they
Because
can't
at the
box her out.
yeah, at the end of the day, in real life, that would be it, right? Right there, that would be it. Listen,
Right.
friend's a little fucking nutty. We tried to hang out
Yeah.
with her a few times. She's too nutty for us. See you later. But
Right.
that's not. They need to bring her back in at least this season, right? She could be gone next season for all we know at this point.
Right.
But they at least need to keep her in the fold somehow. And
Yeah. She should get like a chance to redeem herself.
yeah, and you could tell at the
Yeah.
end of that scene, Rez is just done, because I've been in that where he's like, good enough scene, get like,
Yeah.
yeah, like I've been in
Done.
that position with him where,
Yeah.
or not with him, but in this type of setting where the production just wants more and they keep
Yeah.
like you keep beating the fucking horse, dude. And it's like, what else do you need? All right, cool. And he was definitely over it. Um,
Right.
you could tell. But then yeah,
I
man.
love that they're eating during that scene. They both have plates. And if you remember last episode, they're like on a walk and they're like, we got to go to parties where we don't eat. And then every scene with them at that party, they're eating. I thought that was like funny. I was like, God
Chowing down,
damn.
chowing down, chowing down. Shahs, I
I thought
think, is
we
one of the only
like I thought
shows
we
where
were
they
gonna
actually.
eat.
It's one of the only shows where I think they actually do eat. I know when I was on it, I would eat. I would stuff my fucking face like it because the food was too good to pass up. Um, yeah. Then we fast forward to the now's that romantic canoodling. My wife and Drizzy are walking barefoot on the beach, and if you listen in the background, you could hear the sand screaming because my wife is barefoot on the beach. Um, but yeah, I mean, this is very romantic, and I've been in the same spot as this guy, and I just want to tell him that he should run as fast as you can, my friend. Run, run like the wind. Uh, I'm just kidding. I love my wife, and I'm happy that whatever happened didn't work out. But it's funny to watch them on this fucking date. Um,
Wasn't into him. She like when you came along, her eyes lit up. You were her man, and she
yeah,
wasn't holding back. Like
yeah. I
it
think this was a
wasn't, there
little
was
forced
nobody
too.
before you. There
I
was nobody before you, Tommy. Like
Yeah, man. I
it
mean, like
was just like
my competition isn't looking very stiff. I got to tell you, it's not making me feel. It's like you stand on a dwarf to feel tall, right? You know what I mean? Like it's not really that great. But she does say that this right now is not right now, right now in the show is the best birthday ever. And I'm going to be curious to find out. Like I said, we're going to do a little intro to this episode, and I'm going to ask her if that still holds true because we've had 10
yeah,
birthdays now
right.
together, and I would wonder if we could top Drizzy,
Yeah.
started
There
from the
was a
bottom. Now we're
scene.
here, right?
Yeah. Yeah, there was a scene on the bus where everybody's partying, happy and smiling. And I remember watching it saying, like, that's what I want to see. Like somebody's ass is out, somebody's dancing, like
Those
there's
are good
no
times.
drama. Yeah.
Those are good
I'm
times, and
like, yes, like
yes,
that's
those are
what I
good times.
remember about my early 30s and like partying. Like I'm like, yes, like this is what we want.
Yeah, and if I think back to like filming and the show,
Right.
the best times for me were the times like that you're talking about. Everybody
Yeah.
was having a good time. Everybody was kind of wilding out, but in
Yeah.
a good way.
Yeah, like
Um,
there's no drama, good time. They're driving safely in a bus, like,
yeah,
like
man, yeah. And then Gigi, or I should say, we go to Reza and MJ, and
yes. Yeah.
at MJ's or Reza's house. And I think that all the things that they're saying are so sweet and cuddly and whatever the fuck. But like, I can't help. I know what I know. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I've lived what I've
Yeah.
lived, and I know what I know, and a lot of what they're saying is just like it's complete, you know, alternate universe type shit. You know what I mean? It's like
Right.
Bizarro World Superman. You know, like up is down, cats and dogs are playing. And, you know, like he and Gigi are like best friends today. And in this, he's like, "You're not my friend." Because you want to get a fucking nail appointment with her. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, I said, "Oh my God, like, okay, so apparently this comment happened in an email off camera. Like, we're taking his side of it." I was thinking, like, watching this again, how times have changed. I was like, dude, if she did this now, she would be canceled and fired. That's some like racist,
A
crazy
hundred
thing to
percent.
like say to somebody.
Listen,
And
I don't know.
then,
She's called Asa a transvestite a few times. I don't know how hard that. I don't know how well that
yeah,
would
like,
fly today.
I don't think
I'm not
that's
saying she get
sticking.
fired, but I think she would catch a lot of fucking heat. And I don't know if she
Yeah.
caught a lot of heat then for saying it. I don't.
Yeah, you got to be real careful. And like
Mm-hmm.
you like it's crazy, like the fans and the people, like they will not like tolerate like race. It's a different generation. Like
It's
it's
not
like a
just that.
different
There's so
time.
many different platforms now where people are having these conversations about these shows that didn't
Right.
exist then. And, you know,
Right.
before long, a whisper becomes a scream, right? A spark becomes a
Right.
fire where
Right.
it's burning up these message boards. Did you hear what she said? You know, because
Right.
Bravo don't give a shit. Trust me. They only react when they have to react. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like they're like they're just throwing shit against the wall and seeing what people enjoy watching. But at the end of the
Right.
day, if something comes back and there's blowback, then they'll fix it. They're not proactive; they react,
Right.
right? You know, just
Right.
like
Right.
that scene with my wife and Sammy and that dude, that blind date. If they did that shit
Oh,
today, bro,
damn,
with the
dog.
never, ever would that show go down today. And it has nothing to do with Bravo. It has to do with the blowback that Bravo would receive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Crazy,
Like,
crazy, crazy, crazy. It looked like,
yeah.
you know, looked like, I don't know, man. Are we watching a date rape? You know what I mean? Like it
Yeah.
looked like there
Yeah.
was an episode of a different world where I don't remember the Kadeem Hardison's character, whatever his name was, and Jasmine Guy, and there was a date rape, and he comes to save her. And all I'm thinking watching that is that I wanted to come save her. You know what I mean? Like somebody should
Yeah.
have came save her. So,
Like,
but yeah,
yeah, I
man.
was pissed at Sammy. I was like, what the, like, what is
Yeah.
happening? Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
And like I said, today, that would never fly, you know,
never,
never. And you're
never,
right. He would catch so much heat. You know what I mean? And he didn't
never.
even like literally he didn't do anything to stop it, but literally he also didn't do anything. And he would be the one to catch a lot of the heat
Right,
because he was the character, you know. So yeah, the world's come a far way since. And yeah, I mean, even just there, like I said, Reza and Gigi have a very close relationship now. In that
right.
scene, he's talking like that's his mortal enemy, you know, and that
Yeah,
if you're nice to her, then you must hate me. And to know
yeah,
that they're friends now, like it's just crazy how the world works and you know how time
yeah.
deals with shit too, you know?
Yeah, there's things about Reza 10 years ago watching the show. I really liked him. I liked his character. I liked his relationship with MJ. I was like cheering for him. And then what we know now and like what happens, my opinion, and this is just my opinion, that man sold his soul for reality TV. There's episodes in the first season where he's like, you don't cross this line and talk about this. Every season, Reza has gotten very low blues. And then I know that you get sensitive, Tommy, but that last scene with him and MJ and that pool party, he is lucky that it was just plants.
Yeah,
And that should be a fucking shirt.
yeah, yeah. I mean, listen, at the end of the day,
Horrible.
I think that you're right. I think that he you know he enjoys making reality television, and I think that he's definitely responsible for a lot of success that Shah's had. But I also think that you know he wasn't really prepared for you know all the things that come with it because like you said he makes up rules as he goes.
Right,
Rules don't
right,
really apply to him. You know, he could break them.
right.
He makes them and he could break them,
Yeah,
you know. And you can't play that. You can't do that. You know what I mean? You
No,
can't do that.
no.
Not amongst your friends too. It's just it's not, you know,
He became a villain. Wasn't he on that show? That's how I feel about him. He
yeah.
became a villain. If that's what he wanted, that's what he became. He became a villain. And MJ is my fucking angel. Like,
Well, she ain't
she
far from fucking. She's fucking far from an
she
angel.
is
Okay,
my sweet
she's
baby angel,
fucking
and
far
I love
from an
her.
angel. Don't worry. Bats have wings too, dude. You know what I mean? She's far from fucking
What
an
do they
angel.
say? Lucifer
Yeah,
was an angel once.
yeah. She's fall from heaven. You know what I mean? And yeah, she's far from an angel, but she's definitely she's my angel. Let's just put it that
Yeah.
way. But yeah, man, this was a great rewatch. You got any other questions for me?
I don't have any questions. I just want to say a couple of things. I
Okay,
really,
let's.
really like I have a little love letter to MJ. I just want
Okay,
to say when I first started watching Shahs, the thing about MJ that attracted me is that she looked like me. She was like short, curvy, dark hair, dark skin. She had a critical mom. I have a Vita. She has a Vita. Um, I love that MJ stayed in her lane. She has been the realist since day one. She does the real estate thing. She doesn't try to sell hair extensions or sneakers or shampoo. She has been authentically herself since 2012 when we met her. I follow everything she does. It's like a sister. It's like having a sister. I really love her. My husband said, don't get too crazy in this love letter because you're going
nah,
to
you're
sound
good, man.
like
You're good. Nah, not at all, man.
she,
She loves
she
that shit.
just yeah, she's someone I look up to. I love Tilda Dirt. Watching and getting to listen to her be a mom and seeing that she's here healing generational trauma and like some of the advice she's given to me about handling Vita has helped me fix my relationship with my mom. And that's like priceless. And I just like really appreciate Tommy that you like gave me this opportunity. I live a very crazy life, just
Hang
taking
on.
care of my kids.
Hang on one second.
No, no,
Hey,
no.
hey.
MJ, you got to put the headphones on.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, MJ. Oh my God. I was like reading my love letter to you, to Tommy.
Oh, no way. That is so cute. Where can hear me now?
I can hear you.
Oh, awesome. Tell me
I
your
just,
name. You just told me.
my name
Get
is
over here.
Elise. Elise Wilcox. I really, really
Elise.
love doing this. And um, MJ, you've been like a sister for years. And like I
Stop
can't, like
it.
I could you always tell Tommy, like, oh, write me a love letter. I'm like, I got one. I got one. Like, MJ, you've been not only are you beautiful inside and out, but you've helped me with my relationship with my critical mom. I love seeing you as a mom and breaking generational curses. You always motivate me. I follow everything you do. I listen to you on Jeff Lewis. I watch Traders. Like I'm a dirty on the Patreon. I just really, really like in a time when I needed a good role model, like you were good. And I know Tommy says, "Oh, she's the devil." Like you've just been you've just been so real and I just really appreciate everything you do. I feel like, oh my God, I'm embarrassing myself.
I was crying like a baby all weekend, so the tears are already folding up as soon as I saw your face. So it's fine. Our lashes will be ruined. It's
Your
fine.
nails are incredible. Your boobies look
Thank
awesome.
you. Oh my God, this is the most uncomfortable outfit. I was just walking the dogs. What part of the world are you in?
So I right now am in England because I'm a military spouse, but
Oh
we're in the middle of
wow.
a move and we're moving to Hawaii.
Oh my God, that's
Yeah.
amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm really excited. We always like are generous and we believe in good karma. And I know you talk about that a lot. And I always say, okay, then this is why we have our good karma because now we get to
Mhm.
go to Hawaii. Like,
You were gonna be, where are you guys exactly gonna go in Hawaii? Where's this in?
we are gonna be on Oahu, like near
Oh,
Honolulu.
nice.
Yeah.
Wow,
So
sounds so cool. So is
yeah,
there,
we've been in England for 4 years. and I listen to you guys every week. Right now, I have 2 kids, a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old, and I'm like an elder
Oh,
mom 'cause I'm like
you are
39. Yeah, I'm like an elder mom. So sometimes
for
like
England? No, I can't imagine. Wait, when you say that you're considered that, by who? Because I feel like that's
so
not really anymore.
so the military spouses, the
Uh,
American military girls, they're like in their 20s.
20s.
They're having their babies. And then I go to the
Mhm.
play groups and I'm 39.
You
So
don't
I
look,
got like, yeah.
you don't
Hi.
say hi.
Hi, handsome. Hi. Stop.
Here you, she's
Let me show you something. Look, this is my daughter, MJ. Oh my God. Look, we were talking about when you bought the periwinkle dress.
oh
I
my
went out and got the
God.
periwinkle dress.
That's pretty. Hi. Okay, he's gone. Hi.
Wait,
So,
look,
yeah, so
I have a,
oh, they're gorgeous. How old
yeah,
is it a boy, the
they're
younger
2
one?
and 4 now.
Oh, one of each. That's so
Yeah,
amazing. Uh,
yeah.
so yeah, I was saying it's so hot here, but now you're gonna go to such completely different climate.
I know, but I need to like build my vitamin D. England's been rainy and cold for 4 years, gray.
Mm-hmm,
It's like
mm-hmm,
Sleepy Hollow here. It's so
mm-hmm.
I'm like, I need a tan. I need to get like a pedicure. I need to like get sea and sun.
It's
Like,
all gonna happen now. It's gonna be my friend. I'm not like in touch with her that much anymore, but it's always so dreary every time we would talk in the weather. But you should take the vitamins, the vitamin D gels, just
yeah, I do.
in the
Yeah.
morning. It helps a lot on
Yeah.
days like I notice. But that's so funny. Yeah, I guess like anyone who has a career is going to have kids later. If they end
Yeah.
up going to college and having a career,
Yeah.
happens later. But today, when I was leaving school, I was like, those people that can be full-time moms really have it figured out. Because when I come home and I'm juggling this and I'm juggling, then we have got like multiple counter offers, and my client's like, what should I do? What about this? What about that? And then I've got like Shams in the back, telling me like, I want, triangle pizza. And I was like, which one is the triangle pizza? Tommy, which one is the triangle pizza? He said it was the pizza that you guys ate at the table that while you were watching Garfield. Isn't that Little Caesars? So do you have to work if you're a military mom, like you're a military wife?
I do. So before I got married and I had children, I worked in the medical field and I've always kept my certs up to date. So when the kids are back in school full time, I'll go back to work. But my husband and I agreed that when the pandemic happened and we had our daughter, he
Hmm.
was like, I want you to stay home. And I find it to be like a luxury. I am doing like
Hmm.
all the stuff and I'm raising them. And because you're a mom, that these first
Hmm.
couple years are so important and I don't get to miss anything. And it's a lot of work and it can be really crazy. It can
It's
be,
not,
I don't talk to adults all day. Like,
I know, but now that we've started kindergarten, it doesn't get less.
right. My
So
friend has said
weird.
that you're more involved.
It does, and you don't have a
Yeah.
choice. Like, this is
Right.
so weird. I thought that once they start kindergarten, they're going to be gone and they have so much to do. No, 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 no.
Right.
Absolutely not. So your husband and you have the right plan. Don't like go
Yeah.
back to work because you can't.
Yeah.
You have
Yeah.
two. So you're going to be picking up and dropping off and
Yeah.
just keeping the child organized. And then if you want the child to have like any kind of, I don't know, whether you want to put him in sports or not, or
Yeah.
home and like
Yeah.
read with him. And if you're planning on cooking any meals, that is
Right.
a full-time job. Like, how
It's
I talk to
crazy.
my cousin Ziba all the time on the pod?
Yeah.
She just like a second ago, she was like, I don't know what I did. She was talking about karma too. It's so funny. I'm going to tell her. She was like, I hope I didn't treat my mom the way that my oldest daughter is treating me, and she's a tween. And so I'm like, and I was like, well, but you do say you were kind of bad. We're
Yeah.
like, there's like something in the food, and then we are like, nah, the food, like, it's like so, um, I just don't know if it's gonna get less now that
Right. And
starting
then you have the
becoming
hormones when they're become yeah, for sure.
tweens. But
Yeah. Thank you for taking the time to come say hi, MJ, and happy belated birthday. I'm a Leo too. I'm the 13th.
oh, no kidding. That's
Yeah, I know.
my friend from back east is August 13th as well.
Oh my God. We're so like the things you say and like the way you think. I'm like, oh my God, it must be a Leo thing because I'll absolutely be like, that's how I think. That's how I feel. Like it's so crazy.
Well,
But
I'm
I know
gonna
that you're
have
really
you
busy.
say again.
I said I know that you're busy, so I really appreciate you coming to say hello. Like you are like my
Thank you.
love letter. Like
Thank you. Well, stay
yeah,
in touch. If you're
I
on
will.
Patreon, then you and I should
Yeah.
be on Instagram. Aren't we supposed to?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't get
Yeah.
your
It's really been fun hearing Tommy do the rewatch. He's so funny. Like
Yeah, which episode did you do?
we did 5, the one where fake Drake comes to your birthday.
Oh, was that hard for you?
No, he was good. Tommy like keeps it cool. He like keeps it, he likes to keep it funny. He doesn't really show us his real emotion.
His real emotion. One of my friends was like, when you rewatch that episode, Tommy's gonna be uncomfortable. And I was like, mm,
He
okay.
was good. He was good.
It was 10 years ago.
You look so good, MJ. That gold dress, those heels, those
That
legs.
dress.
Girl, you were
Thank
killing it.
you. Thank you.
I remember like the periwinkle dress in the scene where you're making the invitation. I ran out and I got my periwinkle. I was like, she looks so good in that color. That's such a good color palette.
It's such
And I
a,
did my hair like you did
yeah.
the curls. I was like, I copied your style a lot.
Oh my God, that is a really pretty color. That's like when in that scene of um the Devil Wears Prada where they're like that Carillion blue and
Yes.
it's kind
Yes.
of it's like one of those good colors. So I need
Yeah.
to ask you before I let you go.
Yeah.
Tommy and I want to do some merch that's like the stuff that we talk about. So if you were going to wear a shirt, would you wear a shirt that is says I'm a dirty or so I'm trying to think, does it say I'm a dirty or does it say dirty by itself? Or and you could think about it and let me know because we're kind of in that research phase. Um,
Okay.
or would you want the marriage material or should it say you're not marriage material or because she says you're not marriage material or the last one would be well what he just said your cans look sick. I don't think you should say like is that's like a
That's
is
not like a line that would
yeah
be able to remember. That's his opinion.
that's his opinion yeah so yeah so that's what we want to know so slide into my DMs and let me know.
Okay.
Okay.
I like the marriage material and I like the dirty so
Yeah.
far.
Okay. Okay, good.
Bye, MJ. It was so nice to see you. Thanks for coming to say hi.
Thank you for doing the
Yes.
rewatch.
I can't wait for you to hear it.
I know. When does it come out? In 2 weeks. Okay. See you soon, Elise.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Congrats on Hawaii.
Thank you.
All right.
You stinky. That was like I was sobbing. You
No
stinker.
problem. No problem. I'm happy that you were able to have that conversation.
Yes.
All
Tommy,
right.
that was unbelievable. Tommy, thank you so much for this opportunity.
No
It was
problem. Listen,
awesome.
the least I could do for you and your husband, what you, well, everything that you guys do for us. So I
Yeah, we follow
appreciate
you.
you.
We love you.
Yeah, and I'm a military kid too. My mother and father both
I
met in the Air
know.
Force. I appreciate what you do. I appreciate what he does. I know it's not easy. God bless America. I want to thank you so much for doing this with me. And as you know,
Yeah.
there's a ton of these episodes, so I'm sure we'll do another one together at some time.
Yeah, for sure. Hit me up. Bye, Tommy.
Absolutely. Bye bye, kiddo.
Bye. Till
You
the
were great.
dirt.